Hi everyone and welcome back to Total Coins. So in this video we're going to be doing another pre-decimal coin hunt. We've still got our tub here of pre-decimal coins that we're going to be going through, looking to fill up the empty slots in our albums. But before we get to that, just wanted to say don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. I also released a video yesterday sort of announcing my updated Patreon page and Teespring store, so the links to them will be in the description below. And with that, it is also the first video of the month, so we will be doing an album run through. What I'll do is I will stick a time card just here for those that sort of aren't that interested in the albums and want to just skip to the hunt. So with that, let's have a look at our albums. So first two we've got is our Farthings albums, and we've had a bit more luck with the sort of the early years recently, especially since sort of refilling this tub. It's had quite a few. So we've got a couple on the first page, 1902 and 1909. Then on the second page we're doing really well, so the George V ones. The only ones we're actually missing is 1913 and 1916. And then on the final page we've got a couple more that we're missing. So we are missing 1924, 26, 29, 33, 34 and 36. So yeah, pretty happy with how that's going. Obviously would like to find a couple more of the Edward the Seventh, but we'll just see what comes out of the tub. Then next we've got our 1937 to 1956 album, and we've got our full page there, which is great. I'm not sure what we're actually missing in this one. We've got a full page there. Have I completed this one? No. So we are missing 1956 and then just the two obverses for 1953 and 1954. So it'd be nice to sort of get them added into the book. But yeah, we're doing really well on that one actually. I didn't realise we were doing so well. So the next ones that we've got are the Half Pennies. So we've got 1860 to 1901, and not too great conditions on the ones that we've sort of got so far. So 1968 and 1970, both of them, obviously the 68 is not in a good position at all. We've then got the 1868 and 1870. I keep doing that. And then we've got 1882 with a H mint mark, and we've got 1884. And then on the last page we've got 1888 and 1897. So it's been quite difficult sort of finding the Victoria half pennies. But looking at the mintage figures that we've got on here, they're not overly common anyway. Oh, excuse me. But still, we will carry on looking for them. Then we've got our 1902 to 1936 album. So once again, we're still struggling to find the Edward VII coins. So we've got three on there at the moment. We've got 1902, 1907 and 1908. Then we get a bit better when we get to the George V. So we are missing 1913, 1919, 1920 and 1924. And then on the final page we are missing 1931, 32, 35 and 36. So yeah, definitely be nice to sort of start getting that one a bit more checked off. And then the final book we've got in the Half Pennies is from 1937 onwards, and this is the one that we have completed. Very, very nice. Really chuffed to sort of be actually able to sort of complete one of these through just doing sort of coin hunts. So what I am going to look to do, not straight away, potentially I'll look to do it for, so what, we're going into February now, March, so for the April album review, I might start a new one of these, and then that one will, the new one that we do, or whatever one we do, I will, the next album that I complete in the 1937 Half Pennies, I will do in a giveaway. So I will look to sort of get hold of another book, and then once I do, we will, once we complete it, I will then give it away to one of you. And then, oh no, before I forget, so we've then got our new Half Pennies. So we have got so 1971, obviously we're missing 72, as I believe that was an NIFC year. And then we are missing 1981. We've got 82. I think 83 and 84 are the only other ones we're missing. I think there's only 4 of them we're missing. But I know 84 was definitely NIFC. I'm not too sure about the other 3 actually. But we will continue looking at them. Hopefully we can sort of get the last couple of them sort of checked off. And then we move on to our Pennies albums. So we have 1881 to 1901. And once again, this one's been sort of a bit harder to sort of find coins for. But we do have 1881 in the album. Not in great condition, unfortunately, but it's still one for the album. And then we have 1889, 90, 91 and 93. So I would really like to sort of get this page filled up, if nothing else. Obviously we are missing 3 for that page. And then the final page we have completed. We were able to complete that quite early on. These ones are quite, we do find them quite regularly, but still good ones to find. I will admit Victoria is my favourite monarch. And then the next book we've got is 1902 to 1929. So we have just the 1905 that we're looking for on this page. I think we got the 1904 quite recently. It's not in great condition, so I'd like to find another one if we could, but I'm not going to push my luck. Then we've got all of the ones on there, so that's for George V. And then the last few that we are missing is obviously the 1918 and 19 mint marked coins. So with the 18s, they're quite low mintage, sort of 3.6 million. And then the 19s, not too low, but low in the fact that they're sort of old coins now, 5.2 million. And then 1926, which has got 4.4 million. So hopefully we'll be able to find some of them soon. And then the last album that we've got is from 1930 to 1966. So this is the album that does annoy me a bit, the fact that it's not got a slot for 1967. But it is what it is. So on the first page we have got everything, which is great. The second page we are just missing the obverse design for 1949 to 1951. And then on the last page we are missing 1949, 50, 51, 53, and then the obverse design for 53 as well. Obviously what I keep doing, and I don't realise I'm doing it at the time, every time I find a 48 I always get it confused with a 49. So I need to start remembering that 1949 is the one that we're looking for. But that is our penny set. So we're doing really well with a penny set. Sort of really happy with how they're going. But the one that I am really sort of eager to sort of find coins for is our 3p album. So this is the brass 3p from 1937 onwards. And the only one that we are missing is the 1949. That is a really low mintage. That is 464,000. So chances of finding it in the hunt are slim. And then the only other one that we're missing is the obverse design for 1953. It's quite a high mintage, so fingers crossed we'll be able to sort of find that. And then it'll just be the 1949 that we're sort of waiting on. Other than that, I will have the full collection of the brass 3p. So yeah, really eager to sort of get that one finished. Then the next album we've got is 1902 to 1936 in our 6p, and this one is very sparse. Obviously we've just got the two, 1929 and 1930. The reason these are sort of harder to find is everything that will go in this album will be silver, and whether that's full silver or half silver. So I don't tend to sort of get them in with sort of my normal sort of pre-decimal coins. As I say, found a couple, but I think those have come from sort of pre-decimal job lots that I've bought. But it is what it is. And then the next one we've got is our 1937 to 1967 6p album. So we've got a couple on the first page. We've got 47, 48, 50 and 51. Then on the second page we are missing the obverse design for 1953, and then the years that we are missing is 1956, 58 and 61. They are all highly minted, so we shouldn't have too many problems sort of finding them in sort of the coins that I get. And then obviously we got 64 in a recent hunt as well, but it's in very bad condition, so hopefully we'll be able to find one to replace that with. And then other than that we have the lot. So for the Elizabeth II coins, we've only got a couple that we're missing and one that we want to replace, so that is good. Then the next ones that we've got are the shillings. So we've got 1937 to 1951. So we have the George V obverse, George VI obverse. And then the majority of them have come towards the end. So we are missing the 1950 Scottish and the 1951 English. So hopefully at some point we'll be able to sort of get them in, but moreover sort of I'd really like to sort of start getting a couple for sort of these pages, just to get them added in and just start sort of filling up this album. And then we have our 1953 to 1967 album. So once again, this is our second album that we're going through. So this is, I'm enjoying sort of going through this one. So we are missing on the first page the 1953 Scottish. And then we have a couple that we're missing on the second page. So 57 English, 58 English, 59 English, 59 Scottish, 60 Scottish, and 61 Scottish. And then on the final page, it is just the 1964 English and 1966 Scottish that we're missing. So, doing really well with these again. Shouldn't be too long before we're able to sort of check that album off as well. And then the next one, and the penultimate album, is my 1941 to 1967 Florins. So we've got our George VI ones there. We are missing from 1941 through to 1946. We've then got near enough a full page there. We're just missing 57 and 58. And then on this page, I'm going to put this one back in because it falls out every time I open it up. It's quite loose in there. But we are missing 63, 64 and 66. And what I'm probably going to try and do, actually, I'm going to look through my spares and see if I can fill up those 3 slots with the 10p's. Just sort of fill it up, make it look a bit better. So yeah, we've got that. And what's that? 1947. And then the last album that we've got is my half crowns. So this is 1941 to 1967. And these ones sort of I don't find them too often, so there's not going to be a lot in here. We've got 48, 50 and 51. We are then missing the obverse for 1953. But other than that, we've got a good set on that page. And then on the final page, we are just missing 1961 and 66. But obviously with this album, sort of it is a bit of a cheat album, because when I bought the album, it had a couple of coins in there already. So most of these, I think I've only probably added sort of 3, maybe 4 to the album. But even still, it's nice to have. So that is all of the albums. So what we'll do now is we will crack on and we will have a look for some coins. So the first one out is a George VI, 1 shilling from 1948, and that is the Scottish 1 shilling. Very nice one to get us started with. Can't remember if that's one that we need, actually. That's how bad my memory is. Literally looked at them 2 minutes ago and I cannot remember. We've then got a very corroded George V, 1 penny from 1912. I do know that we've already got that, but that has got quite a bit of corrosion on it. And then we have another 1912. No, sorry, 1919. Does it have the mint mark? No, it doesn't. I am never going to find those mint marked ones, am I? So with the mint mark, they should be just in that little gap just there. So yeah, still desperately trying to find them. And we've then got an amazing condition 1965, 2 shillings. It's Elizabeth II, and that is in absolutely brilliant condition. Oh, I might have to have a look at the album, see if we swap that out for the one that's in there. Yeah, really like the condition of that. We've got quite lucky recently, actually, with the conditions of some of the coins that we found. I think, was it the 1936? I can't remember if it was, I think it was last week, actually. 1936 1 penny. It was absolutely stunning. And next we've got a 1937 1 penny. So George VI. Very nice. And we've got another George VI. And this time it is 1945. So this isn't the 45 we are the 49 we are looking for. And we've then got an Edward VII. Is this going to be the 1905 that we need? No, 1903. Close, but no cigar. And then we've got a 1942. So once again, not the 1945 that we're looking for. So that is George VI. Quite a bit of corrosion on the back, on the obverse. And we've got our first farthing for the hunt. This time it is 1911. So that will be George V. Very nice. Can't remember whether that's one that we need or not, but I will have a look at the end of the video and put it up in the annotations if it is. And we've got another farthing, this time from 1920. So is that still George V? I think it is, isn't it? Yep. Very nice. So I will admit the source that I got these ones from is doing really well with the older coins. We've then got an Elizabeth II halfpenny from 1967. So not the one that we need for our current album, but hopefully once we get the new album we'll be able to start sort of looking for them again. And we've got another 3p and another 1942. This one's actually in even worse condition than the first one that we found. Wow. And the next one we've got is a 1960 halfpenny. So that is Elizabeth II. And then we've got a new halfpenny from 1971. So yeah, not one that we need for the album, but still a nice find. We've then got a 1963 1 penny. So that is Elizabeth II. And we've then got a heavily corroded 1929 farthing, and I'm trying to see who it is. I think it is George V. So, yeah, 1929 farthing, George V. Yeah, that won't be going in our album, even if it is one that we need, unfortunately. And we've then got another halfpenny, this time from 1949. Shame that wasn't a penny. I will be jumping for joy. So that is George VI. And we've then got a 1899 1 penny, so that will be Victoria. Very nice. And what I'm going to do is going to pull one more, as long as it's not a common one, just because obviously the video is starting to sort of go very, very long. And we have a not great condition George V. And that is a 1918. Let me just check that one. No, it doesn't appear to have the mint mark, which is a relief. I would not be happy if that was the one that we found. But it is a nice find. Just unfortunately, it's not in great condition. But with that, that is going to be the end of the hunt. So, star pull for today. I'm gonna have to do the same as last week. I'm gonna have to go with the amazing condition 1965 2 shillings. It is in absolutely impeccable condition, and both this week and last week, 2 coins are in absolutely amazing condition. Sort of, it's, yeah, really happy with that. So that is going to be the end of today's video. As I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon and Teespring pages. The links will be in the description below. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Links will also be in the description down below. And yeah, with that said, thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, bye.